Call the meeting to order. Can you please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Minutes?
I have approval of the July 18th workshop minutes and the July 21st town board minutes.
I move that we approve those minutes.
Can I get a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Want to do her, yeah,
Oh, and I'm sorry,
Yeah,
also my
exactly.
July town clerk's report.
and I also move to accept the town clerk's report for July.
And I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bills?
I have approval of general bills number 19511 through 19532, number 19534 through 19549. I also have 39, and then I have highway bills number 19540 through 19548. Water bills 3138 through 3114. And I also have a Harlan Computer Services for $932 also to get approved.
I move that we approve those, the payment of those bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Supervisor statement. Thank you to everyone in attendance and everyone watching on the town YouTube channel tonight. Last week, I attended the awards and recognition ceremony for the town girls softball team at the Stissing Center. It was the first time in history that our town won the District 17 championship. It was a great honor to be present at this event and be able to speak. Legislator Chairman Pulver and I announced at this event the town of Pine Plains has secured a $50,000 grant for dugouts to make the softball field equal to the boys' baseball fields. With dugouts, which is well overdue and needed. Any remaining funds after completion of the dugouts will be used towards the lights for the fields. Our engineering drawings have been completed. I look forward to making this happen for our youth. The town of Pine Plains needs to give a great thanks to the county executive, Marcus Molinaro, and legislator chairman Greg Pulver, as the town received a total of $157,000 in grant money, with $107,000 of it going to the fire district for equipment improvements, and the town received the $50,000. As a reminder, Town Cleanup Day has been set for September 17th from 8 to 2 at the Highway Department. Flyers will be posted shortly. Public comment.
We're gonna have a shredding thing done when they have the town cleanup day. That was discussed at one point.
Did we ever figure a company on that one?
I don't know who was doing, there is a company in Rhinebeck, I could check with them, and it's very reasonable to do it, so let me do that.
Yeah,
That would be
that's
great.
it. We'll look further into, if we can secure it, then yes.
And then you'll let everybody know.
Yes.
It'll be part of the flyer. I should be able to find that out tomorrow.
Thanks.
I have an application that I wish to make to the board, if I may,
An application for,
on the highway law. Article 300. George, could you shoot it for me?
Could you just state your name?
What?
Your name?
My name is Robert Hudson, Hudson. The petition is for a road on the highway law, section 300, where a jury of freeholders would be called to determine whether I would be entitled to a road, and they would determine the amount of money I would have to pay for it.
I believe it's just a warrant.
Yeah, we'll refer to it.
okay, we'll refer this to our town attorney.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Hi, Jim Petrie. Would there, do you ever do like, do you ever have electronic hazards? What am I trying to say? When you want to throw your old computer out, you have something that collects and recycles them.
We have not, I don't believe, in the
Perhaps
past.
it might be nice to do in conjunction with the shredder or something.
That's something the Lions Club had actually looked into at one time, but never went any farther than looking into it. And so if I can go through my old notes, maybe I can find the company.
I know they do it in Poughkeepsie once a month. I think.
Yeah.
Some of the bank, like IBM Credit Union does it and things like that, but the resource recovery or in the counties, they have a couple days a year in which you can do it. And it's a minimal fee down there. It's like $5, but you wait in line for a long time. You have to apply ahead of time. But I haven't seen any of those advertised.
I know I get an email from the county.
Oh, you did
There's
get
one
one?
every month, yeah, and Poughkeepsie, you have to register.
Yes,
Make it-
right. And, but I know there are companies that do it. And what they do is they drop off containers and you pay so much per container. The town would, or the individual would, who would, we'd have to charge for it.
I don't know if there's room in this building, but when I used to live in the city, there was a sort of large cabinet where people could just put their old monitors and computers and stuff, and then as it filled up, then somebody would just come and pick it up.
Yeah, we don't have the room in this building. No, we definitely don't have the room in this building.
But there is like a $50 charge for basically a 4x4x4 cube. So that would have to be something that's looked at. But I can look into that also while we're doing the other. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Hadley Wilson used to be the town superintendent of highways. Is there now a town superintendent of highways?
There is a acting highway officer, I guess you call him in charge.
Is the town required to have a superintendent of highways?
We are in,
Because
the-
the application that I had submitted to you is to the superintendent of highways. But without the superintendent of highways, he hasn't the authority to call the jury together.
correct.
Oh, so you knew that without the superintendent of highways, there wouldn't be any application under Article 300.
Well, we're not familiar necessarily with the Article 300. That's why we're referring it to
The
the attorney.
town attorney.
But we, by the time the town attorney replies, I'm hoping that we will have appointed an interim highway superintendent. With all
Is the
full
town
powers of it.
of White Plains required to have a superintendent for the highways?
It's an elected position, yes.
Oh,
But
okay, so
whether-
they're supposed to be
I'm
one-
not sure what the requirement is, whether or not by law we have to do that, but it is our intention to do that.
So there's supposed to be a town superintendent of highways, but there is not a town superintendent of highways.
I'm sorry.
We're in the process of considering an appointment of an acting superintendent of highways. We're in that process of doing that. We had a resignation, and when you have a resignation, then the board can act to appoint an interim superintendent. We have undertaken that process,
Okay.
and we're in the process of doing that.
Very
And we
good.
hope to do that
Thank you very
soon.
much, ma'am.
Does anybody else have anything? Okay. Warren, town attorney.
Okay, so I have a couple of resolutions and local laws that I prepared and sent on to you. One of them is the solar installation local law, which was created pursuant to the recommendations of the zoning review committee and our town's consultant planners, BFJ. They provided their recommendations to us, and I reformatted those recommendations and made some changes to the law, nothing terribly substantive, and put the law into local law format. So you have before you the proposed local law, part one of the environmental assessment form, and a resolution commencing the local law adoption process. And the process will be scheduled a public hearing for the September meeting, I believe. I think it was 7:10 or 7:20? What's the,
9 something.
I don't want to give people the wrong time. Do you have that, Jim?
I don't have a calendar.
I think it's 7:10, but it's going to be posted on our website. And the local law and the part 1 of the EAF and
7:15.
resolution.
Oh, there it is. Yep, September 15th.
What time was that?
7:15.
Okay, 7:15. Need to be, and it's all in the resolution, need to be sent to Dutchess County Planning for their comments pursuant to 239M of the General Municipal Law, and to the Planning Board for its comments in accordance with the requirements of our zoning law. And there are requirements for posting and providing notice, which I put in the resolution. So if everything is acceptable to you for purposes of commencing the local law process, I would ask that you, and the resolution also declares it to be a type 1 action under seeker, but the town board is the only involved agency, so we don't have to do a coordinated review. And all you need to do to get this moving is to take a vote on the resolution, which I have prepared for you.
I will move the resolution.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
And
You-
Supervisor
Yeah.
Walsh,
Aye.
Councilman Bartles,
Aye.
Councilwoman Jones.
Aye.
all right, the second local law that I prepared for you, as you know, that we recently passed a local law amending our zoning law to change certain of our zoning districts and the zoning map. That was passed and has been filed with the Secretary of State. But we need to adopt a local law adopting the amended map. And I think our zoning law, if I remember correctly, contains 5 maps. We've asked Dutchess Planning to prepare those maps for us so that they're consistent with the current state of the zoning code, including the last local law, which they have done. So I have prepared a local law setting, adopting the revised zoning map. They'll be attached, if passed, which I assume it will be, they will be attached to the zoning code as schedule, I think it's schedule 4 or 5, I don't remember exactly what the schedule is, in lieu of the existing zoning maps. So we do have to have a public hearing on that. And I've prepared the local law and the resolution scheduling the public hearing for the same date, I think 5 minutes later. And this is a type 2 action under seeker. It does not require environmental reviews, so we don't have to go through that. So there's no environmental assessment form. So all I need you to do, if it's acceptable to you, is to vote on the resolution commencing the local law adoption process and scheduling the public hearing.
Warren, they're scheduled for the same time, both at 7:15.
Yeah, 7:15.
I mean, they're both at the same time.
Oh, did I make them? Yeah, we should probably have a 5-minute flex. So if the first one was 7:15, then this one should be, why don't we change it to 7:20?
Okay. I
So
would
if you could
move the
just,
resolution with that change.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
a few other things. Is Ray?
Do we need a roll call on that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
Supervisor Walsh,
Aye.
Councilman Bartles,
Aye.
Councilwoman Jones.
Aye.
Is Ray here tonight?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I just wanted he and the town board to know that I finally have, I believe, come to terms with Helen Marsh on her easement, the easement, the drainage easement. She wanted some additional changes. And then we discovered when we prepared the documents that the property is actually owned by a trust, which she's the trustee, so we had to change the documents. So they're all ready to go. We've changed them, and we're sending that on to Helen Marsh, and I'm hoping to have her come into the office and sign that, and I'll provide it to the town board and to Ray as soon as I get that document signed. And then we have to file that in the Dutchess County Clerk's office. So there's really nothing for you to do. I just wanted to let you know that that was in the works.
Warren, is there any consideration?
No,
No.
no, we're not
This is a
paying
dollar
anything.
wage.
I don't even think Ray put a dollar wave, you know.
No, I was curious about that in the resolution, thinking that it should probably be an unlisted action.
This is
And it should have some mention of the consideration.
no, I don't know if this is the passing, the acceptance of the easement is a type 2 action. The construction work, I don't know. We have to check with Ray to see if he requires any sort of environmental review, but I think that's exempt under the SECA regulations. So I don't.
Just going back to my county days.
Right, yeah, but the new regulations, I think, exempt that. It's a type 2 action, but I'll double check on that, but no consideration. Usually these minor easements are granted by the property owner without consideration, so it's shouldn't be. So that looks like we've resolved that. You asked me, I am working on the cannabis law. I'm waiting for a revised environmental assessment form from our consulting planners because we changed some things in the law and I have to attach the law. So it's not ready for tonight, but I should have it ready for the next meeting and we can start the local law adoption process for regulation of retail marijuana sales. I'm probably going to tweak the law that was presented to me by our planner and the commission, not in any terribly significant respects, but it does require a little bit more work. So, but that'll be ready by the next meeting. And I'll send you a copy of it prior to the meeting as soon as it's ready. The other thing that you should know is that when we pass the solar law, which I'm assuming we will, in some form, the state real property tax law exempts those the improvements that are made on the property for the solar equipment from taxation. I believe it's for a period of 15 years. So in order to for the town to get some revenue from that, what we do is we pass what's known as a pilot law. So I'll be working on a pilot law which will allow the town to require that all developers, as a condition of getting a permit for the major, so this only applies to the major, the tier 3 solar facilities, have to enter into a pilot agreement with the town, and they will be paying us in lieu of taxes an agreed upon sum for the same period that we negotiate with them. So I'll have a draft of that ready for you to see by the next meeting. It's quite possible that we won't pass the solar law at the next meeting. There may be some comments, and so it may be adjourned. But I do want to have that the pilot law into effect. I was told that there are some applications waiting in the wings for at least one major solar facility, so I don't want to accept the application until we have the pilot law in place. And I just want everybody to understand that for most residential solar facilities that are mounted on the roof, that those can move forward now under the unified permit process that's under our zoning law. So the fact that we don't have this law passed yet should not impair the ability of our code enforcement officer to approve those through a unified solar permit. So I hope people aren't waiting for this law. If that's what their intention is, they can simply move forward with that. And the new law replaces the existing unified permit law. I didn't know what you're going to send me about the highway superintendent, but I just want to remind you that I did send you, I think I did send you a memorandum on the process for
Yes.
Yes.
appointments. So if you have any questions about that, I want to discuss it, call me. And we can discuss what needs to be done, but I think it's pretty straightforward and set forth in the memorandum. The only, you had mentioned that there was some interest in finding out, and this is from Ty and Bond, where we are with the property, the Archdiocese property. It's actually not owned by the Archdiocese, it's owned by the parish. I don't know if you're aware of that, so, but the Archdiocese does have to approve any sale. So I did contact the attorney for the Archdiocese, who said that he didn't seem to be quite up to date on where we were in our last discussions, but he wanted to know from me where we were in terms of getting the map plan and report ready, and what was happening from Ty and Bond's standpoint. I have 2 calls into Ty and Bond. I haven't heard back from them. So as soon as I get a call from them and discuss it, I'll be able to get back to the Archdiocese attorney, and then we can discuss it at the next meeting, probably an executive session where we're going on that. And the last thing that I have, food trucks is becoming a hot button issue. For some reason, we're getting a lot of municipalities are getting inquiries about regulation of food trucks. And we do not have a food truck permitting or licensing process in our town code. And if we are going to consider allowing food trucks to be cited, I think we're going to have to consider passing an amendment to our town code to regulate food trucks, because they can be problematic. So it's something to think about. I sent you a copy, I think, of Ithaca's permitting process, which is as complete as you're ever going to find. And at some point we should talk about that, because I know the issues come up with a couple of other towns that I represent about regulation of food trucks. And unless you have anything, questions for me, I think that covers all of my stuff.
But the only open issue I have is the tax certiorari.
Oh, I'm not going to go into detail, but
I understand.
we have made an offer. And the offer had been approved by the school district. And we are working with an appraiser, and of course, we've kept the assessors involved in the process. I have not received any response to our offer. The matter is on the calendar, the judge's calendar, for 2 weeks for an update. So next week I'll be contacting the attorney for the petitioner to find out if the offer is acceptable, and if we can come to terms on trying to resolve that case. I'll keep you informed.
Is the second case getting settled? It was a second case.
That they filed?
No, there was a second certiorari.
Yeah, the other one's gone. Yeah, we've settled it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the only pending case we have, and
Okay.
I don't think we had any. I didn't, except for the refiling of the Sunny, what is it, Sunny River? Is that, I think that's the name of it.
Honey Meadow.
Sunny Meadow. I don't think we've gotten any new tax certiorari's as far as
Great.
I know. But if we do, let me know right away. But I'm hopeful that we can try to resolve that case. If we can't, we move forward to trial. And that's all I
That it,
have.
Warren? Thank you.
That's it.
Can I ask him a question if I may?
No,
Hi,
no,
Mr.
Hey.
Ratajski, you want to?
hey, no,
No,
no.
No, it's not, we're not open to that.
Highway Department, did everybody receive the highway report?
Yes.
Did everybody receive their material as far as bid pricing for heating, gas, on-road fuels, blacktop, stone, sand and fill, cold patch, road oils, and liquid calcium for, I believe this for 2023?
Yes. Do we need to vote to accept those?
Yes,
I move that we accept those,
recommendations from them, right?
yes.
I'm assuming they are recommendations.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Building inspector.
I want the report for July, 9 new building permits, which brings the total to the year to 65. There's also been 9 new homes permits issued this year. 6 certificate of occupancy were issued in July. 3 certificate of occupancy searches were done in July, and 26 site inspections done. So as you can see down at the bottom, 65 permits for the year is just a pretty outrageous number for us. Last year we had 42, which was the highest number in 10 years. So 65 is a great deal of permits.
Is that it, Drew?
That's it. Good job.
Everybody received the water engineer report,
Yes.
recreation report, we do not have one. Everybody received the animal control report.
But the we have finished our summer camp program successfully once again. And I think a great job was done.
I believe the numbers were up as well.
It was really outstanding summer camp program. And the library was involved in the summer camp program in a big way. It was great.
Police department,
The activity for July was 16 hours of sport, 101.5 of patrol, 43 of administrative, 4 hours of investigation, 24 hours of training, 20 hours of vehicle/other, 10 complaints, 1 fire EMS, 1 auto accident, 20 traffic warnings, 34 UTTs issued, 1 parking ticket. 30 shifts scheduled, and total covered was actually 31. And all officers received their yearly firearm qualification.
anything else? Old business.
Can I ask a quick question? John, last year we were developing a updated police policy. Was it all part of the sheriff's or the county's? Whatever happened with that?
That was, that's with Lexipol. So pretty much we hired Lexipol, which they developed the police policy, which is like 500 and something pages. So that's pretty much done.
But, you know, that's something that would have to be adopted by the town board. But just our policies and procedures on a local level that's what we.
That's pretty much what the whole county adopted is,
I thought we were just supposed to bring our individual one into compliance.
well, our original one was like,
Yeah, I know.
this covers everything from horses to bicycles.
Right. Is there a copy in the building?
I don't think it's printed out. It's on the computer.
Okay. I'd just
Like
like
I say,
to,
it's like 500 and something
I
pages
might have one
long.
in my office.
okay.
Do you have one, Brian?
I may.
I think I have a copy of the old regulations, but they're They really need
But
updating.
they- Supposedly, we did update those, and John is saying that they did it through Lexipol.
I mean, we have to pay them $1,500 a year to keep updating, keep up with time.
Okay, and we are actually have accepted those. You were involved with that, weren't you? Seth?
I was involved in one of the preliminary steps to
Right.
that,
Yeah.
which was a citizens
Yeah, there was a
roundtable
whole bunch of steps we had to go through.
considering all
Yeah.
of these issues. And we worked quite extensively on that,
Mhm.
had numerous meetings. And from our perspective, we were extremely impressed with the policies that our police department already had in
Right.
place.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know what those final regulations look like, and I don't know how, are they controlling to us? I don't really
I don't
understand
either. That's why.
where they
brought the
are, and I would
question.
love to
It's
have
like
some
almost like
clarification
statewide.
on that.
Yeah,
I mean,
And
a
did
lot of
they-
it is geared towards huge police departments.
I know, exactly. We saw that when we did the examination of our
Not
policies.
geared towards
A lot of
four
them
guys.
didn't really apply to us. But we were very happy with what we found.
with what we.
What we have
Yes,
here
yes.
in our police department with our
Well,
policies.
If it is
And our lack
something,
of complaints
Right.
and things of that nature.
I do think it's something that we should be familiar with and at least vote on.
I do
accepting
too.
it.
I do too.
Okay,
I do too.
maybe we can just look a little bit more into that whole thing and
I'll
I'll
see
talk
what
to
I-
Brian and see what he has. Thanks, John.
So we have a better understanding.
Old business.
Oh, I just have,
John,
it was brought to my attention that nothing, we have not undertaken any harassment training that's apparently required by the state.
Oh.
And we probably have to do that.
They've been handing in their certificates as they take it online like they have in the past. So it might just be board that hasn't.
Oh, because I haven't received anything about,
No.
we're not supposed to show up. But that's great if it can be done online.
They've been handing in their certificates
Okay.
of completion.
Super, super.
So
Nobody has mentioned it to me, so I haven't done mine.
you have anything? Now? As far as that? All right, new business. I received a quote with our government pricing we discussed at last meeting in regards to rekeying the town buildings. I have received that quote from Hudson Valley Door and Hardware. There'll be removable cores. It's a best system. And the quote was for $61,7850. $6,178.50. So I'm looking that we move forward with this, and get this taken care of.
Do you want a motion on that?
Yes.
I move that we undertake to redo our locking system on all our buildings at that expense.
I'll accept it. I'll second it.
All in favor?
I just wanted to, as I said in my email, I would like to see, some discussion on how we're controlling the keys.
I want to use the same format like we use at school when issuing the key.
Could we write that up and do something?
Absolutely.
Right, so that we know what we're doing and everybody abides by it. And
Absolutely.
something about who gets keys. You know?
Yep,
And
absolutely.
I think that's important for us to review.
Yes. Okay, also, we have our grants coming to an end, so we have to utilize as far as the playground. Obviously, I sent you guys an email, we spoke about it. So we're looking to use out of the rec capital fund, $7,248.20 towards that. And $32,000 out of the general fund to get this playground ordered. She's held the price for, it's been about 3-4 months. So I'm looking for a motion on that.
Almost.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye. Also, the planning board would like our approval to appoint Scott Cavey as an alternate to the planning board. They have a vacant seat,
Can you spell that last name? See,
CAVEY.
Now, this is just for.
Alternate,
He's an alternate, so this appointment is redone at the first of the year.
correct, at the reorganization. meeting.
I will move that we make that appointment.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's all I have. Do you guys have anything else?
I'd like to go into executive session for this to discuss personnel matters.
Second,
All in favor?
are we gonna take any action?
Yes,
Yes, okay.
yes.
You gotta stay.
Yes,
Okay.
Do you need me for executive session?
I don't, no, I don't believe
No.
so. I don't-
No, Warren.
No.
I gotta talk here and look this way. I can't do that.
Well, have fun, everybody, and enjoy the
Thank you.
holiday.
Thank you.
Warren.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
come out of executive session. Can I get a second?
Second,
All in favor? Aye. First off, we need approval to give the highway secretary a $2 an hour pay raise.
second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Then we need a motion to transfer $2,090.19 out of the independent ordering account. It was miskeyed and put it back in, out of the police department account. And then transfer $840 from the camp salary account to the playground account.
So move.
second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Then we have a transfer of our second part of the ARPA money, $123,384.24 from the Bank of Millbrook General Fund into the Salisbury ARPA account.
so moved,
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
a move to adjourn.
Take a second.
Yes.
All in favor? Aye.
All right.